Welcome to a fantastic start to 2024. Of course, I'm Coach Gary. I wanted to make sure that you have an actionable plan for your year, for your resolutions, for your goals. Don't be part of the 80% that fails at your resolutions and your goals in January, even. So, to be sure that that doesn't happen, I've got something really fantastic for you. And it is simple yet effective. So if you've listened this far, you are committed to your goals. I can tell that already. You would have scrolled on past because there wasn't any fireballs, there wasn't any dancing, and there certainly weren't any kittens. So thank you for being committed to your goals and your success. With that, I want to dive right into the 90-day plan. Now, hold on. I know what you're thinking. Another 90-day plan. I've seen these before. They're junk. They don't work. Bear with me. All right, this will be quick. We're going to make this very, very useful for you. It's a different type of 90-day plan. It's a 10X, 90-day plan. And because of that, there are some key differences. So the first step before you can approach your 90-day plan is we have to be clear on our intentions. Where is it that we want to go? We do this in a couple of ways. So one, be clear on your goals for the year. What is it that I want to achieve? How did I set those? Looked at last year, celebrated my wins, looked at my areas for improvement, chose targets, looked to my future. What is the future I want to create? And in combination thereof, we're able to see what can I do this year and then 10X that in pursuit of those goals to create those long-term visions, the 10X super life. Now, we've got those set. I'm going to assume we have those. If you don't, send me a DM and tell me I need help setting goals. I will help you through that. Absolutely complimentary. Please reach out to me with those needs. I want to make sure you've got that foundation first. As soon as we've got those goals in place, and then in for the year, we've got our annual goals. Now we can transition to this 90-day plan. And this is where it gets so powerful. So the best part is we're going to have between 4 and 8 goals. What that allows us to do is we're going to focus, we're going to target in on a broad swatch of our annual goals, but we're not going to get too diluted to where our focus is all over the place and we're trying to track 100 different things. If you are, those are tasks. Those are sub-targets, not the goal itself. If you've got less than 4, we need to expand our thinking. There's just no way around that. You have more than 4 things that should be a target, that should be a goal over the next 90 days. So between 4 and 8. The next thing we're going to do, and this is where we start getting a little unique, 2 strategies to each goal. Now, this isn't plan A, plan B. We're not making backup plans here. 2 co-equal strategies to achieve the stated goal, to pursue the intention that we have set forth. What does that look like? In a very real sense, what does that even mean? 2 strategies for the same goal? I'll give you a perfect example. So our intention is we want 10 new customers to come through the door. We want them to purchase from us, and that's going to generate our progress to our revenue. So in this example, maybe we need 40 clients for the year, or we certainly need 10 within the first 90 days. Now, depending on what you sell, that may be the number. Depending on what you sell, it might be 10 times that number. It could be 100 times that number. But the math stays true. So if we know we need 10 clients, what do we need to do to get each of those clients? Well, now we do some millionaire math. We back it out. Reverse engineer our process. I know that if I need 10 clients, I have to talk to 100 leads. And of those 100 leads, it's going to take me 1,000 contacts to generate those leads, to generate those clients, right? So we're doing very simple math here. Just follow this through. If you don't have this yet, then estimate it. Use the numbers I've used. Start with 10, go to 100, go to 1,000. See what that generates for you. You may well overshoot. If you do, what a fantastic problem to have, right? So now we know, great, I need 1,000 contacts. How do I get those contacts? Maybe I go to a trade show and I can talk to 30 people in person. Well, now I might be a little more efficient. I don't need 1,000 contacts to get the leads, to get the clients. I may get those leads and clients a little faster. How great is that? Or I need to make 1,000 phone calls. That gets my 100 leads, gets my 10 clients. So again, 2 co-equal strategies. How are we approaching it? How are we taking massive levels of action to achieve that goal? The other things to consider, we've got our 4 to 8 goals. We've got 2 strategies for each of those goals, co-equal. Both should get you to achieve that goal. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to start looking at our weeks and our tasks on a week-by-week basis. Week 1, I may be in the research phase. I may be learning my skills, setting the foundation. By week 2, I should be putting it in place, if not already in week 1, right? You may be jumping right out the gate with something you've already got an understanding of, and week 1 is we're getting going, right? But if you don't already know how to make a phone call, how to handle an objection, how to build your prospect list, who you're going to target, we need to take and focus that in our week 1. Maybe you have those things, but you're looking to learn something new. Our goal is we need to hire somebody this quarter. Perfect. Week 1 is going to be, how do I hire? What is the hiring process? How do I create a job posting? Again, all things we have resources for. Please reach out if you have questions on that. I'm more than happy to assist you. So we're going to break these into weekly tasks. So goal, 2 strategies. Our weekly tasks, fill the whole thing out. As you get towards the end, it may be a little more open-ended. In the near term, should be more detailed. Certainly you know what you're going to do in the next month here in very, very detailed fashion. As you get to month 2, month 3, it's a little more spread out, but set broad targets for yourself to hit. Broad in the sense of, they're not minutia, but we have a measurable target. Whether we know we either achieved it or we did not. If we fall short, we can measure by how much and the reasons why. This is the intention of the 90-day plan. Now, one of the things I hinted to is we may have to be committed to learn certain things. I am committed to learn objection handling. I am committed to learn how to be a better leader. I am committed to learn how to hire someone. I'm committed to learn social media. Whatever it is for yourself, that goes in a final section, committed to learn. There are the things, the skills, the tasks, the activities. What is the gap of your current knowledge and the knowledge you're required to have in order to achieve that goal? It could be something small, it could be something massive. Put that down into a measurable point where you understand when you look at that, I am committed to learn, and you know instantly, 1, what it is you need to learn. 2, where are you going to learn it? How are you going to come to find this information? And 3, how it directly supports or leads you to achieving your goal. That's the 90-day plan. Key differences there, 2 strategies, co-equal, no backup plans. We're all in committed, but we want flexibility. And what are you committed to learn? So often we set a goal, we don't know how to achieve it, and that induces failure. Do not let that induce failure for yourself. Set that and excel, and I hope you have an amazing, incredible, 10x rest of your day. And remember, you don't become number 1 without consistency, persistency, and a willingness to dominate.